Boom. Keep them coming.
What's going on, everyone? Bobbybarks here, and welcome back to my Journeyman series here on FM23. This is Bobby's journey, where we start from humble beginnings with no coaching experience, no qualifications, unemployed, and hopefully reach the top of the football pyramid. We applied for a number of jobs when we first started, and the only team to take us on was Persikat Tegal, which was an Indonesian League 2 team that was struggling near the bottom half of the table. Fast forward 8 seasons, and we are now managing Gangwon in the South Korean League, and we've just won the South Korean Championship with this team last season. So we've done really well over the period of the last 7 seasons. We're going into our 8th season as a football manager, and our 2nd season with Gangwon. I'm showing you the squad screen here. We sorted by ability, and then I'll show you it sorted by potential rating. But we're just about to go into the first game of our season, of season 2 here with Gangwon, to defend the title. We're also competing in the Korean FA Cup, which we also won last season, so we did the domestic double. And we're also going to be competing in the Asian Champions League. However, our league format is different from that of the Asian Champions League. So by the time we finish this season is kind of just when the Asian Champions League is starting. I think we play about 3 group games before our season ends, and then we'll just be playing in the Asian Champions League after our season's ended, and then the latter stages of the Asian Champions League will take place as our next season starts. So it's a little bit of a clash in terms of the calendar for the league and the Asian Champions League. So in terms of the squad, we now have an exceptional squad. You can see obviously on there some new signings that we've made. I have brought Hannibal to the team. He's followed me everywhere. I had him at Persikat, I had him at Season Mighty Lions, who we managed in China, and now I finally brought him to Gangwon as well. So he was signed in the summer. Around about 2 million, 2.4 million, something like that. Very big signing for us. And as you can see, he's coming to the team here, and he's only 3.5 stars here. Where I've had him in the past has been 4, 4.5, even 5 star. But this obviously is the next level up. The Korean League is ranked 2nd behind the Saudi Arabian League in the Asian continent, really. In terms of the reputation of the leagues. So the South Korean League is ranked 2, just behind Saudi Arabia. And I've not got Saudi Arabia loaded up on this. It's not in the main database for Football Manager. It's a league that you have to download, that somebody has to populate for you. So you get a lot of that, don't you, in Football Manager, with people who play the game, designing things, creating things that you can download. Well, the Saudi Arabian League's one of those, but it's not in the base database. So Hannibal's joined us. A couple of other signings. Adam Ida has signed us. He's a recognisable player on FM, I think. He was released by Norwich, so we've decided to pick him up. He's going to be an exceptional signing for us. I know he's only looking at 3 stars. But he is in his prime years. He's got good pace, composure, finishing. He's got all the attributes that you need for this kind of league here in South Korea. He'll be a big star here, I'm sure. Really pleased that we've got him. And we've obviously got Jo Young-suk, who was formidable for us last season in that striker role as well. So we have improved the squad as a whole. We brought 2 keepers in. So if you remember, we lost as keeper last season, and then the other keeper that we had was retiring. I think there were a couple of games where we didn't have any keeper. We had to use one of the greyed out youth players that the game populates for you. But yeah, really pleased with this lad that we've signed. 28 years old. He's not got any caps or anything, but statistics wise he looks good for this league. So I was able to pick him up as soon as we lost his other keeper, but he wouldn't transfer to us until the season finished. So you can see the ins and outs on here. Transfers in, brought another Japanese player in. Jung Soo Min's joined us from Suwon for 250,000. Adam Ida, as I've already alluded to, is a free transfer after being released from Norwich. Hannibal's on there. Woo Bum Kyun is a centre back for £1 million. He's a very good centre back. He was the 2nd highest signing behind Hannibal, who was 2.5 million. Talis has gone, which was a bit gutting. So Talis went. to Busan for £650,000. It has left us a little bit weak on that right-hand side, but it did allow me to strengthen the squad elsewhere. I think it's just, the right winger and the right back that's probably the weakest area of the teams that I kind of need to try and improve on. And they're not weak, but in terms of comparing it with the rest of the squad, it's just a little bit, a position that needs strengthening really. So that's what the schedule looks like. And in terms of friendlies, we obviously won one away with Ulsan, who got relegated last season. But all the rest, we've had comfortable wins, keeping clean sheets. So, we've got a better squad than last season. We did the domestic double last season. I'd expect us to do the domestic double again this season. Although Jeonbuk did have a bit of a late collapse, didn't they, last season? They are the biggest team in South Korea. And, they lost like 3 out of the last 5 games or something like that, which allowed us to pip them to the league title. So it'd be interesting to see how they perform this season in comparison to what we did last season. But yeah, I'm feeling confident, so let's see how we get on. So, halfway through, we've played the 17 games. Some teams have played 18, but this is primarily the halfway point, as I alluded to last season in the last video. And we're 5 points clear. We have lost a couple of games. Jeonbuk have only lost 1, which was against us at their home ground. We went to them and beat them 1-0, and we've lost 2. So we've lost away to Gangwon and Pohang, which is a bit frustrating. Pohang are a decent side. I always seem to struggle away from home to them. Gangju, I'm a bit disappointed that we lost to those because they're, down there below mid-table, but it is what it is. 3-2. Pohang comfortably beat us 2-0. So beating Jeonbuk on their home ground, quite pleased about. So they've got to come to us next, which, I'm feeling confident about. In terms of the cup, we've only played 1 round. Jeju at home, 1-0 win, which I'm pleased about. And then next round we've got to go away to Gimpo, who we played last season as well in the cup, which is a bit odd. But, we've drawn them again, so they are in the league below us. So I'm confident we should win that one. We haven't been able to do any transfers yet because the transfer window doesn't open well a bit later in the season. But I've sorted the team currently by average rating, so you can see how they're performing halfway through the season so far. And Adam Ida, like I said, is doing really, really well. He's moved to 3.5 stars. He started out as a 3-star player, but he's scored 14 in 13 starts. 7.41 average rating, is our best player at the minute. Lee Bum-young has continued that form from last season. Stop it with his name. He's continued that form from last season. 11 assists in 18 starts, 5 goals as well. And then Ahn Tae-yoon, the goalkeeper, is now a 4-star player. 18 appearances, 7.12 average rating. He's been fantastic. Han Jae-hoon, centre-back from last season, he was our star centre-back. Again, very, very good player for us. And despite what I said about the right-hand side of the attack, Choi Sang-min has been playing there and has been doing fantastic. 7 goals and 4 assists in 18 starts, so I can't complain. Hannibal, for those of you that are following Hannibal, 18 appearances, 5 assists, 1 goal. 7.08 average rating. He's been good. He's just been what I expected. Just consistent, solid performer. Centre midfield, never stands out, never drops his performance. Plays very well every game. Really like that new gen player. I kind of want to see how his career develops over this series as well as my career as a manager. So yeah, he's one of those players I would like to follow, as well as a couple of others that I had at Persicat to start with, like Risky Fajar and Terry Yegbe, and even João Pedro to some extent. So yeah, it'd be good to see how those finish their careers when they've finished. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how things are going, but can it continue? Before I get towards the end of the season, I just wanted to show you the youth intake, which I am really pleased about. It's an excellent intake, terrific group of players coming through, and has the potential to be a real golden generation for the club. So I know that doesn't always transpire when the youths come through, but it is quite interesting to see for this club, Gangwon. It is an area I've been trying to invest in, but it's not really taken off. The board have been a bit reluctant to invest in those areas. They're quite content with how things are at the minute. But yeah, training area, youth recruitment, youth development, youth facilities and things like that is just some of the areas that I've been trying to develop. I always ask continuously, but they're always a bit reluctant to invest money in that. Another thing you'll notice on the screen as well is that Ferenc Varos have invited me for a job interview So one of the noticeable things that I've had this season is that European clubs are interested in me. Not European giants, but Ferencváros, Hungarian team, big Hungarian team in the Hungarian league. They're looking for a manager, and they've invited me for an interview, which I will go to, see how things pan out. But yeah, it is quite interesting. I've got 3 interviews with 3 European clubs, so I'll go to the interviews and see if any of them want to offer me the role. Keep you tuned in. Well, one of them did offer me the role. Hajduk Split wanted me to be their manager. Big team in Croatia. Ferencváros didn't want me to be their new manager, and Steaua Bucharest in Romania was the other team that invited me to an interview, and they've decided to go in a different direction as well. But Hajduk Split offered me the job, and I have to say, this was tempting, but I didn't take it. I wanted to stay with Gangwon rather than do this. I am interested in going to Europe, but I kind of don't want to go there just yet. Kind of want to do outside the European leagues first, and then maybe go to Europe after I've finished doing what I want to do in some of the other continents. But we'll see how things pan out. But for now, I'm quite happy at Gangwon. We've only done 1 year, well, 1.5. I think it's a little bit early to leave just yet. So, this is the league table at the end. Played 33. We're only a point in front of Jeonbuk. It has been very, very close. At one point, I was like 10 points clear, and I was plain sailing. But a little bit of the opposite to last season. I'm the one that's having the late season claps, and they're just being consistently winning, and they've caught us up to within a point. Now, it's very similar to last season. We go into this little mini league with the top teams, the top 6 teams go into this little mini league where you play each team once. And then the points that you accrue in that contribute to the points that you've got here. So even in the mini league, if I'm playing Pohang and I win, I'm then on 82 points. So that's kind of how it works. I did explain it to you in the last video, hopefully well enough for you to understand. It is a little bit silly, but it's just the way that the Korean League feel that it's the best way to determine who's the best team. So in terms of goals against, we've only conceded 19, which I'm really pleased with. Scored 72. Jeonbuk have been outscoring everybody, so it is what it is. But the goal differences are fairly similar, so it will be interesting to see how these playoffs go. So I'm going to play these off screen and then come back in and show you where we're at. I tell you, it's been tight, but if we win the next game, we win the league. So we're 2 points clear. 2 points clear of Jeonbuk. There's 2 games left, but obviously if I win the next game, I then go 5 points clear with only 3 points left available. So win this next game and we win the league. So I'm going to play this next game as the live com. I'll also show you where we're at in some of the other competitions. So in terms of the FA Cup, we are through to the final again, which is again over 2 legs. Seems very odd that you play just 1 leg throughout the competition and then 2 legs in the final. I can understand it being the other way around, like the Champions League, but not this way around. Anyway, we beat Gimpo. So last time I showed you, we were due to play Gimpo away. We beat them 5-2. Then we drew Jeonbuk away. We beat them 2-0. I played them in the league straight after this, away, as well. I think it was away, and the Smashers. So I played them back to back, and I won 1. They won 1. I won the cup game, which is a good thing, I guess. And then we played Suwon in the semi-final and beat them 5-1. I think they were like 2nd or 3rd in the table. They're the others. At one point, Jeonbuk were 3rd. When I said to you earlier that I was like 10 points clear of them, Suwon was 2nd. Jeonbuk were dropping away, but they've had a real late season push. Yeah, they've had a real consistent performance towards the end of the season there. And then as you can see in the K-League 1 Group A, so this is the last 5 games that you play in this Group A, they've lost 2 of them. We beat them, and then they've lost to Seoul, which has just ended their title push really. It's given us the opportunity to win the league with this last game. So I'll go in and play this game and see how we go. This will be the live com. Right, we're here. I'm just checking that the speed's not too fast. It is a little bit fast. I'll try and drop it down for you. Oh, we have scored, but try and drop it down so it's easier for you to watch it, because I do have it on fast when I'm playing off camera. Oh, Adam Ida just... Oh, is he offside? I think he might have been offside. Oh no, it's been awarded. But what a finish from Adam Ida. And we're 2-0 up in the space of 10 minutes. And cruising towards our second league title here in Korea. Oh! I say cruising. But they come and just smash one in. And they're on the attack again. And that was nearly 2-2. Jeonbuk are beating 2-1. So we have to make sure we win this. I mean, if we end up drawing this and Jeonbuk win, it does leave it to the last game, doesn't it? Because then there'll be 3 points between us. Oof. Do you know what? We are dicing with death here at the back. Defending wise has not been good, has it? Considering how good we've been defensively all season. Adam Ida, oh, cleared off the line. Ida again, so close. It's tighter than I would have liked. Right, I've told them they need to just find another gear in this match. You know, despite winning, you need to find another gear. We're doing well, but you can do better. We should be comfortably beaten. I mean, Daegu are a decent side, don't get me wrong, but we're a very good side now. We should be winning this comfortably. Oh, what a save from their keeper. What a save. Just 15 minutes to go. I don't really want to make any subs. I've cleared it away. I don't like this. Oh, it was offside, surely. Oh my god. Goodness me. We still won the league. I don't know how or why, but we're going up to pick up the championship. Maybe Suwon equalised against Jeonbuk. But we're still picking up the championship trophy. We've still defended the title, which, oh, fantastic. And what a trophy that is that we pick up. Looks like World Cup. Celebrate it, boys. Celebrate it. Jeonbuk ended up losing 3-2 at home to Suwon. They've done it again, haven't they? They've lost 3 games in this playoff, which has allowed us to beat them again. I know one of them again is to us, but Jeonbuk are getting to these playoffs at the end and then just collapsing, losing 3 out of the 5 games. So what we'll do is I'll go play the finals off screen. You don't need to do the live com for those, I don't think. I'm confident we should beat Seoul anyway, so I'll go do that off camera and then we'll join you back in. I just want to show you the Asian Champions League. So here in the Asian Champions League, we've won our first 3 games. We've got a fairly easy group. Sakai might be a little bit difficult, but we beat the Australian champions Perth Glory 4-0, beat Sakai 5-3, beat Ryomyong 10-0, and then we've got to play the 3 of them again, but that's taking place in the off-season of the Korean League. So I'll bring you back into that at the start of next season. So I am going to stay with Gangwon at least until the Asian Champions League's finished, and then we'll have a look at it and see where we're at in terms of vacancies. So we might start season 3 at Gangwon, or season 9 for the series at Gangwon, and then see what occurs after the Asian Champions League's finished. I kind of want to win it. We've got a good enough team to win it, I think. It'll just be, you know, those big Saudi Arabian clubs that we might struggle against, but we'll see, eh? But thanks for watching. I really appreciate your view. Really appreciate anyone that will comment in the comment section, because that does help any of the videos. If you want to like, that would be great. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. But like I said, just appreciate the view. But thank you for everything, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.